Christian Wood just signed a 2-year deal with the Los Angeles Lakers, and it's a lot to unpack because the main question that came to my mind is, does that move actually makes the Los Angeles Lakers the favorite to win the championship next year? So before we even get into that, let's look at Christian Wood's career, right? So his averages, he just got done averaging 16.6 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 blocks per game on 37% shooting from 3 and 62% through shooting, because if you foul him and he goes to the line, he will make 77% of him, which at 6'10", you'll take that, right? So this was his averages for the Dallas Mavericks on roughly 25 minutes per game. When you look at his career, he's averaged 15.7 rebounds, 38% shooting from 3, so which is consistent for his whole career. That number is always at 38%, which is great at that size. And again, only 24 to 25 minutes per game. This is also his 8th team in 8 seasons, which pretty much explains why he was treated like a reject. But for the Los Angeles Lakers, man, it's just so great in my opinion. Because I don't know if you remember, I want to say 1 month or 2 months ago, the rumors that came out about the Lakers' interest in Christian Wood, right? But what was speculated, at least according to the articles that I saw, is that the Dallas Mavericks at the time were looking for a sign-and-trade partner. And the Lakers were interested, but have had to give up Jared Vanderbilt for that. And against Vando, I'm going to call it Vando because I always fuck up his name, my bad. I did not like the move just because for Christian Wood, for 25 minutes of Christian Wood, I would rather have Vanderbilt's defense, who's in my opinion, when it comes to perimeter defense in the league, top 3 easily. Compared to Christian Wood, would have to share minutes with Anthony Davis, maybe not get as many touches, and not play a lot of defense, right? But in this instance, the Lakers did not have to give up anything to get Christian Wood. So I love that deal in that sense. Why? Because Christian Wood provides spacing, rebounding, size. And when it comes to the fit, in my opinion, is flawless because let's be real about the Lakers. Although they have multiple weapons, it starts and ends with AD and LeBron James. And the LeBron James fit is flawless in my opinion. Obviously, you know about LeBron James. He likes playing with shooters and he likes lob threats. A great pick and roll partner for him. He can also pick and pop because he will go out there. And even if he doesn't make the threes, because that happens a lot when you play either for the Lakers or with LeBron. I don't know if it's the pressure or if the lights just get too bright for you. But it's a lot of elite shooters who, as soon as they step on the court with LeBron James, they can't shoot no more. But it doesn't matter because the league knows, if you do your research, you know that the man has been shooting 38% from 3 for his whole career. So even if he's not making the 3, you still have to step out and respect it. So he provides the spacing for LeBron James. And if you remember, every time LeBron James has had an athletics center, the pick and roll has been great. And when it comes to the fit with AD, it's just as flawless in my opinion because ever since the bubble, Anthony Davis has been struggling with his outside shooting from the mid-range and from the 3. So having Christian Wood out there kind of forces AD inside, in my opinion, which is where he needs to be to dominate. And when you look at Christian Wood, he knows that he's not going to get as many touches just because AD is out there, but he can still be pretty efficient from the outside, unlike AD, and still provide the size and everything. So the fit is great. And even if you look at guys like D'Lo or AR, they can all play off Christian Wood pretty well. Now, for the defense, he'll never be great. That I can say. Just watching him play throughout the years, he'll never be a great defender. But he did say that his dream was to be a Laker. So I believe that just off motivation alone, he will be better. He will be more involved. Having a great communicator, on the court like LeBron James can help a lot. With LeBron James always quarterbacking the defense, saying, "Okay, I got this. You got middle, whatever." Just making sure that he's involved and everything is big out there, so he can disrupt. He will not be great, but he will be okay, in my opinion. And AD is one of the greatest erasers that we have at the rim in the league. So now, does that move actually makes the Lakers the favorite? I'm not ready to go all the way there, and that's for 2 reasons who have nothing to do with Christian Wood. It has everything to do with the 2 superstars of this team, who, in my opinion, will be the biggest question marks going into next season. I'm talking about LeBron James. No disrespect. That's my favorite player, y'all, so don't even start. But it will be in year 21. So the question for me is simple. Will LeBron James at that stage of his career will still be good enough to carry a team? Sorry, not even carry a team because he's not going to carry, but lead the Lakers to the promised land. Because we know about AD that he's just not going to step into the role and be like, this is my team. At the end of the day, it will have to be LeBron James to lead. So is LeBron James still good enough to do that in year 21? And for AD, two questions. First of all, obviously, will he be healthy enough? And second, will he be engaged on a night-in and night-out basis, and will he be consistent? So if the two superstars are there just like they were in year 2020, now the rest of the roster is everything that they need. If you look at the direction that the league has taken in the past season, just looking at the champions, right? We've moved away from these super top-heavy teams with like big threes or big fours or even an amazing starting five and no depth whatsoever to, real team. Obviously, you need your superstar or your duo to lead the way, but then having some length on the wing, great defense as a whole, size, versatility, being able to play both small and big, running, coaching, all that stuff has come into play when you look at the past championships. And the Lakers, this roster just reminds me of the 2020 Los Angeles Lakers, who just got the first seed early in the season and never looked back and went on to win the championship. What would they have, these Lakers in 2020? A lot of size, a lot of height, every time. Athleticism. Starting LeBron James at point with Danny Green and KCP being the smallest player out there. And then they would have AD at 4 and at all times either JaVale at the 5 or Dwight at the 5. And they would just overwhelm and be a constant mismatch for everyone out there. They just couldn't be guarded like that. And these teams can do just the same thing. I believe the starting 5 will have LeBron James, will have AR, will have either D'Lo or Gabe Vincent. So we got that part, and then AD will be out there. And the fifth player will always either be Vando or Christian Wood, in my opinion. And regardless of if it's Vando or Christian Wood, depending on the matchup and what Darvin Ham envisions, you do not lose in size and height. Vando is like 6'8", Christian Wood is 6'10". Both different skill set. One is way more offensively minded. The other one is way more defensively minded. But you still have the height going on, that athleticism that is just not a lot of team in the league right now, the way the league is constructed, that can match up with that. So I love it. And the depth that the Lakers have is insane. You have LeBron, you have AD, you have AR, you have Vando, you have D'Lo still. You have Christian Wood. You still have Rui Hachimura, who was great in the playoffs last year. You have Cam Reddish now, who if he finally blossoms into the player that we all envisioned he could be, oh my God. Then you have Gabe Vincent, who was the third best player in that playoff run for the Miami Heat, in my opinion. Jackson Hayes, who can come in and give energy for like 10 minutes a game. You have Taurean Prince, who is a great veteran, who is a great 3-and-D guy, and you have Max Christie. So again, if the Los Angeles Lakers are lucky enough to have an healthy LeBron James that's still not too old and an healthy AD, they will be right back in the Western Conference Finals at the very least, in my opinion. But what will be different this time? First of all, full off-season, full camp, so the chemistry will be better than last year when they had to put everything together on the fly and still look decent out there. I expect the defense to be better also. And now with such a deep, loaded squad starting off the right foot and not 2-10 in the regular season, and now you have to play catch-up the whole year, I believe that you will have a more rested LeBron and a more rested AD, because they will not have to carry such a heavy load, such a high intensity for them to even get to the playoffs or even get to the play-in this time. So they will be more rested, and when it comes to these fourth quarters, they will be better. They won't be injured. They will be more, fresh, lucid, and just more focused out there, man. So I really like the Lakers' chances. Again, I'm not willing to put all my eggs on the Lakers just because of health issues. But if everything goes right, man, they have everything to get it done. So that's just me. We can close the video right here. Appreciate you guys for checking me out. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. But more importantly, get in that comment section and give me your thoughts about the Lakers, the move. Did you like it? Did you hate it? And what's the ceiling for the Lakers? What do you envision for them next year? And I appreciate you guys for checking me out. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.